I just realized I haven't talked about silver in a little while, but when I go to Kitco, I can see silver is kind of the same price it was before I stopped talking recently about silver. It's still like in the 19s. Still the same price as of this moment, May 9, 2014. And I had an observation about APMEX. You know, these corporations like to have tricky stuff in their logo. And this envelope isn't like really recent. See, I have like, I use like a spare envelope of paper to do like little math calculations and stuff and whatever. But when I'm on the internet and stuff. So here's APMEX, and look at the logo, right? Here you go. You see? It's a house. Between the X and the E, there's a little picture of a house. It's kind of like, it's almost like the FedEx thing, APMEX, right? They're trying to kind of copy that where you have a little picture in there. I guess they're implying with this subtle little graphic that they deliver to the home. Okay, so one huge meme, right, in like YouTube and alternative media is that 99% of the people are dumbed down sheep. They're all dumb, and they're implying that, oh yeah, you're the 1% who gets it and everybody else is dumb. Well, a lot of people think that. I think it's easy to recognize that there is a lot of, I guess you call it unsophistication in society, right? So people can see that, and then they immediately think, aha, because I can see there's unsophistication in society, I therefore am in that tiny percent that is not dumbed down. Well, that kind of thinking, that everybody else is dumb except for you, that will cost you wealth. That is bad for your wealth. Let me explain. So, a huge premise of a lot of these popular silver channels and a lot of these popular videos and blogs is that everybody in the world is dumbed down. The population is dumbed down sheep. But you watch this video, and now you suddenly are educated, right? You watch this hour-long video on bankers or silver or the economy, and now suddenly you are the 1% who gets it. A lot of these videos, the approach is to appeal to your sense of ego and specialness. Like, oh yeah, the population is dumbed down, but not me. Because I saw a video on YouTube for an hour, and now I'm in that 1% elite who gets it when it comes to the economy and bankers and blah, 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 right? That's a dangerous belief. I've noticed when I first started on YouTube, a lot of that, and I kind of felt that way myself. I kind of felt that, hey, I'm one of these special people who gets it. Most people don't get it, but I sure gets it, right? And if you believe that, you gotta do like a serious test. Right? You gotta say, okay, do I really know how the world works, right? So, here's one thing. So, a lot of these, you gotta look at results, right? Silver, or the other markets, right? When you know, you gotta look at the results. And also, when you're looking at results, don't peg yourself into I get it, no one else gets it, right? You actually sound kind of dumb. People who say that everybody's dumbed down but me, you actually sound dumb, right? The people who sound smart don't say that only I get it and everyone else is dumb. No, no, no. Okay, so, and a lot of these big silver channels, a couple of years ago, right, they're doing videos. Oh yeah, the dumbed down sheeple, I don't understand anything, but you do. And then they're saying, that's why you're going to buy silver at 49, right? That's kind of the premise. Or the premise is only you understand the banking system. Only you understand the banksters, and then they would appeal to you like, oh yes, only you understand this secret knowledge. Or it's not secret, but the masses reject the truth, and only your mind is open to the truth. Well, how did that turn out in the silver market, right? When I got on YouTube, it went to about 10, to about 50, now it's about 19. Reading thousands of comments and getting thousands of comments and messages over the years, I've seen a lot of people's opinions, right? And the people who think that they're the only one who gets it and everybody else is dumbed down, they're the ones who don't seem to do too well in the markets. It doesn't appear, and a lot of times at the end their conclusion is, aha, I would be rich if only everybody else got it. But that's the opposite of a market. The market doesn't care about these things. All that matters is the price. And for you, all that matters is when you buy it and when you sell it. And how much you paid for it and how much you got for it. That's what your wallet thinks. That's what the market thinks. And you can create a story otherwise. So My conclusion is that if you really want to do well with managing wealth in the markets, you have to get out of that mindset that I'm super smart and everybody else in the population is dumb. You have to get out of these huge labeling and categorization things, right? Maybe, you know, I'm in certain areas I'm smart, but in other areas I don't know. I don't know in other areas, and maybe I've heard things that are false that I believe were true, right? I did, and in the silver market, and I believed some false things, and as time went on, I said, aha, what I believe was false. I can look at myself in a mirror and say, I believe false things, and it doesn't mean I'm dumb. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with me, but I'm gonna fix, or I'm gonna try and keep my mind open and not cling on to faulty beliefs because it hurts my ego, and that's what I think is what it takes to do well in the market. So thanks for watching.